Alrighty, we are on.
Great.
We
Oh
are
man. Hey, it's a booming market day today.
Yeah, check out the new logo we have on the top right.
Yeah, no, I like it. Stacks. That's how everybody feels today in the market.
Yeah,
Stacks of money.
that's some money.
At least you should. If you don't, you definitely should feel like that. Getting fancy with the graphics. Yeah, exactly. Will, that's where we're at. We're all here because we ain't there. True. Hey, you know, sometimes you miss out a little bit. It's okay. But it's been a great day in the market. We had some good market jobless numbers come in. They fell, which is good. I'm sure that probably helped out a little bit with today, but I think overall it's just we're just a really resilient market. We don't care anymore. Like I think that's the whole thing at this point. It doesn't matter like what the news or whoever says what's happening. They don't care. That's the thing, and I'm here for it, so I'm not going to complain.
Trader pad. So the way you see chat is you just go to stonks.com and
Yes.
click on play game. And yeah, you'll see the global chat. So we're running the global chat for this stream.
Yep. Hit the little play symbol, and then you'll be in. So you'll see everything from there too. Yo, what's up, Psycho McNasty? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well today. Oh, old Trader Prad. What is up, my man? What is up? Hope you're doing well. I'm sure we'll see you on a live stream later this evening, I'm sure. Awesome. What's up, Tribble? Hope everybody's having a great day today, though, even outside the market. I know it's, like I said, it's definitely been a good day for most of the market, at least. Tuning in for the competition stream. Yes, 8 p.m. tonight. Nice, Trader Pratt. I'll be there. I will be there.
Is the competition happening? Tell me more.
The competition. The competition of who has the best predictions. That is the said competition at this point. Tell me more. But yeah, honestly, yeah, make sure you guys get your predictions in. Don't miss out on that. We got 32 minutes left to get predictions in. Obviously, again, like I said, you could wait to the very end and go that route. But if somebody makes the same prediction as you earlier than you, then they're going to be ahead of you. Unfortunately, they guess first.
Exciting, guys. And Jason, this is your company, so I'm gonna let you take the lead on covering applied materials. I'm the dummy when it comes to applied materials. I mean, I know what they do, but I don't really have a strong opinion either way.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, like I said, I love applied materials. Like I think they're one of the up there with like TSMC and other places like that. I mean, without applied materials, none of those nano parts and chips will be made really. So without these guys, like literally, getting said materials and then also on top of that, like transforming the future of the nano chip. Without them, I feel like we would be lost. If that makes sense. The company, like I said, I just think the company is just so far ahead. And again, I know a lot of people like to play the stock as an AI stock. Yeah. And I definitely agree with that. Like 100%. If you're in the AI, in the AI play, like, you should be, it's one of those stocks you should definitely have, or at least look at. If you have, chip stocks, this is another stock. If you never heard of Applied Materials, you should definitely be looking into them because without these guys, your chip companies probably wouldn't be doing a lot. Especially when it comes to, I'm not saying they're not going to innovate, but without them, like, honestly, like, I feel like we would be a lot slower in terms of like the next, advance. Like I said, I mean, every time they hit their goal or they exceed it. Again, they sell a lot right now. Could that like, kind of like come down a little bit like once bigger companies stop buying up millions of chips, maybe a little bit, but overall, without them, like I said, the other chip companies don't really work that great. And there's other companies out there like them, but Applied Materials is the biggest one of all, and they're like the leader in the group. Is anybody in the chat have Applied Materials? I'm actually wondering about that too, because like I said, it's not one of those like fancy companies that you think of. You're like, it's not something that like a lot of people are like, probably overly excited about, unless again you're somebody that is in the chipsets and loves that side of the of technology, at least, which I'm a big chipset guy. So without that, I mean, at this point, the world I wouldn't say it stops moving, but it'd definitely be hard on a lot of people with a lot of stuff they do. I mean, we wouldn't have to, like, most of the cars we drive wouldn't be, there. So I don't know what we'd even like, what other types of things we would use outside the chips. I'm sure they would think of like something that would make some stuff work, but it definitely wouldn't be the same. So yeah, again, like I said, like, Applied Materials, without them, like, none of this like really, continues to go.
So here's their chart. Well, only 24 PE.
Yeah, their PE is not high either for what they do, at least.
Yeah, totally.
AI healthcare is going to be next. I could honestly see some AI healthcare stuff, like, breaking through some barriers for sure.
Dude, honestly, the AI would do a better job than most of our doctors.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I say this as a guy who built a company in the medical space. The variance you see in doctors between good doctors and average doctors, bad doctors, great doctors, is way too large to be acceptable.
Yeah.
It's just, you should not have, and it's not even just doctors, it's like what they believe in influences what they recommend, regardless sometimes of what the science says, which is really the scary part. So I mean, wasn't that long ago when doctors recommended smoking,
No, that's true too. I mean, I mean, like you said, like there's so many like, below average doctors out there than there are actually like even average to above average doctors. That, I feel like with AI in general, like AI healthcare, I feel like that definitely could help, at least, close that gap a little bit, maybe, hopefully. Because at the end of the day, it's like, if we could, I know there's other companies out there right now trying to innovate in that space. And I still think we're a little bit, ways from like really good AI healthcare. But I think once we get there, I think, things would be a lot better. Yeah. Unfortunately, to think that way, but I definitely wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, like I know good doctors, and I would rather trust them over AI. But like for the average doctor or the average nurse, we're getting to a point where AI, and I mean, just think about how big, there's close to 1 million doctors in the US. And if that starts getting displaced even 30-40%, that's huge. So anyways, it's a bit far out. It's all very regulated. FDA, 10-year clinical trials, right? All of that. One thing I'm really sad about, speaking of the FDA, that happened recently is, I was a big believer in psychedelic therapy, and the FDA actually rejected it after phase 3. So MAPS is a nonprofit organization that had psilocybin. They went through phase 1, 2, 3, and the data was good. And I don't know, they came up with some bullshit reasons to reject the data.
It's called paid by some drug companies.
I swear, man, it was like one of the most disappointing things I've seen, because if anyone here in chat has been like through psychedelic therapy, or if psychedelics have changed your life, please write in chat. I think
I've actually only did, I guess, like a psychedelic drug once, but it wasn't even my fault. I didn't even know I was even doing the psychedelic drugs. So, somebody had some shrooms on a pizza and I didn't know that. So,
they put shrooms on the pizza.
Yeah, somebody had they made like pizza, but they put shrooms on it, and I didn't know that. So I was at a party, honestly. It's like this was when I was in college, and I ate like 3 pieces of pizza, a lot more than they said I should have ate. So yeah, my experience wasn't the best, but that was probably because it wasn't definitely wasn't a more controlled environment. I mean, obviously you can only imagine a party, and So yeah, it was wild. But again, like I said, I do know like psychedelic drugs, like especially in certain cases, like can help out tremendously, especially with depression, like super bad, like that like super bad depressions and certain other things like that. I know it definitely can help because I've seen the studies of it. I think obviously when it comes to FDA, like it does take a long time in the US to get things like approved. Whereas even in the UK it gets approved faster than it does here. So, and we've seen that, like we talked before, with some of the CGMs that come out way before, like a year or a year and a half before, and like they'll come out in Europe, and then finally if they approves them, it's like what's the difference? So we see this over and over again. Where like, and I think what happens is, I feel like a lot of times this is like there has to be some sort of like money goal behind it, or like at least somebody's paying somebody off. Yeah. Like, hey, look, we're going to lose this if you guys don't keep this. So they pay them, I honestly think that's true. But I mean, hell if I know, obviously conspiracy theory. Let's go.
So this was one of the companies that I invested in. And then they went public and I lost a bunch of money on.
Yeah.
But they were sort of the largest company in the space at the time, doing sort of psychedelic, for-profit psychedelic. There was the non-profit MAPS, which was ahead of everyone else, which a lot of like rich, well-known people that you may have heard of donate to, like Tim Ferriss, and a lot of tech billionaires donate to MAPS. But Atai was like the largest private company, or they funded and incubated a bunch of like MindMed and a few other psychedelic companies. But I mean, look at this stock graph, man. This is just depressing. This has gone from, it's a 94% 5-year decline.
That is very depressing to look at. Man, it scares me to put any money into any, like, again, like long-term at least, to any of those, because I just don't, again, like even if they have great results, like you said, they can still get smacked down. And I just don't, again, when it comes, like right now, we have so many states that are still scared of weed, for God's sakes, much less some like, some mushrooms or whatever, like, you know what I mean? So like in a lot of those, states, there's a lot of those states, obviously, especially in like, the Midwest, the South, a lot of those states are like super, like, if it isn't like the regular stuff, they ain't doing it. Right. So again, even when it comes to like weed and stuff like that, it's like, okay, we know the benefits of that. Like it's way better than somebody taking, even on the pain side, it's way better than somebody taking, 4 Viking in a day or something crazy, right? Like at the end of the day, it's the way I look at it. But again, like I said, I just feel like we're so far away from psychedelic drugs getting approved because we can't even get like something as simple as weed that really doesn't even change your nothing really, right? It's like less than drinking alcohol. Yeah. So hey, everybody's different, but yeah, I wish there would be more, acceptance in those spaces. I do think there's a big thing to learn there. But again, like I said, when it comes to pharmaceuticals, like pushing pharmaceuticals, that's going to continue. And people are still going to be scared because, that's just how it goes, I guess. It seems like, even though they shouldn't be scared of certain things.
Sure. Hey, Ali, welcome. Ali's eating.
Yeah.
As usual.
The usual.
That's the eating guy. I come here to eat.
Let's go.
All right, Jason, you want to do a quick demo of how people get more tickets?
Yeah, we can do that real quick. Let me pull this up. I have like 5 million tabs. We'll pull it up, give a quick demo. Make sure you guys get your bids in though, for sure. I'm going to quickly pull up the things and we'll go over how to do it. And from there, hopefully you guys, get a lot of predictions in. We got 20 minutes. Let's definitely get over 2,000 predictions today. We can definitely do that easily. We got plenty of time. But if you guys are watching from YouTube or Twitter, come over here to stocks.com. Obviously, that's at the bottom of the screen right there as well. Or if you're just watching and you haven't signed in yet or made an account, make sure you guys make an account really quick. It takes less than a minute. once you guys make an account, you will have tickets from there. Obviously, to use said tickets, all you got to do is come down here and click on make prediction. And I think mine is, just a little skewed there. Well, what's going on here? I can't click on it. No. All right, I'm gonna let you do it then. For some reason, mine's just like, no, it's not working. Oh, there it goes. Okay, we're good now. I had to refresh again. All right. Obviously, you come down here and click on make prediction, and then you'll see your predictions here. Let's just say you're obviously, we don't have to be anything big, but let's just say you think the stock's going to go to 214. Let's just go 215 in aftermarket. You hit submit prediction, and then your prediction is made. You'll have a certain amount of tickets when you first sign up. To get more tickets, though, I'll quickly go over that as well. To get more tickets, obviously, every day you will have like a bonus 1 through 8 days. And then once those days are over, it'll revert back to day 1. But every day you come on and you're logged in, you can hit claim on that to get extra tickets. Depending on what day you're on, it depends on how many tickets you get, obviously. From there, also, you can enable notifications to get extra tickets. You can follow us on Twitter. You can sub to us on the YouTube. Or the best way to get unlimited tickets pretty much right now is referring people. So if you get your referral code and you post that into the socials or to your friends and family through text or whatever, or in Discords or anywhere you want to do, every time somebody signs up, you get 5 extra tickets. And you can, again, make as many predictions as you want per game. So let's say you have 20 tickets. You can go right back in here again and make another prediction just like that. So yeah, you don't have to only enter once. You can enter as many tickets you have, or you could save tickets. Again, you can be, more tactical about it, or you could, go all in on one thing, and hopefully you come in first place, or at least win a lot of prizes that way too. But yeah, that's it from there. If you guys haven't seen yet too, we also, we just launched the dashboards on that end as well. We also have our calendar right here too. I already have it pulled up, but we have our calendar right here. If you guys want to listen to, any of these live, when it comes to, like today, we're doing applied materials. So when they have their call later, you can listen to this live from this as well. Now, you can also see their EPS from past earnings. That way you can kind of make a prediction yourself. Are they going to hit revenue? Are they going to hit their EPS? And that way, obviously, is the stock going to go up? You have a higher chance of going up, or does it have a higher chance going down? But yeah, like I said, Atomic Materials is usually hitting theirs, or going above that. So yeah, like I said, when it comes to this, the calendar, if you want to see more stocks or mid caps, all you got to do is click on this right here, and it'll show all the mid caps and the small caps / like micros as well. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Hope you guys enjoy that. But yeah, make sure you guys get your predictions in, and yeah, we'll go from there.
Exciting.
Indeed. Oh, we got Blaze 22. Nice.
Hi guys.
Hey, what's up, Blaze?
Hey.
Not much. How
Hope
are you
you're doing
guys?
well. Hope you're having a great day today. I like the moon behind you. It's a nice
It's been a
moon.
busy day. Yeah, this was back from when Dogecoin had a big run.
Yeah.
It stayed there the entire time. We had a lot of fun with that. So
Oh yeah, I'm sure you did. You
Yeah.
did. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome though.
yeah, what do you
Heck
guys-
yeah, man. Are you enjoying the markets? Because the markets have been nice.
It's good
At
to,
least-
it's good to have a nice green rally, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. That bear trap hit hard,
Yep.
and I was glad to see that for
Yep.
sure.
I am proud to say I did not sell a single stock during the bear. I did
Yeah.
not even think about selling. All I did was I shut up and I sat down and I went to work. That's all I did. It
Let's
was
go.
the
That's
best
what I'm talking about.
decision ever.
This is why having work is important.
Exactly.
The distraction.
It's hard for me because like I stream all day and I look at the markets all day. So when my portfolio is dipping, I'm really concerned,
Yeah, for sure.
But no,
I understand that.
Yeah.
You
No,
should just pick like a family member, give them your username, password, and tell them to change it.
Yep.
Now you can't log in,
Yep.
and that's it. You get
Yeah.
access once a month, and you can do
Yeah.
whatever you want once a month, and then you're
Yeah.
locked out again.
That's a good plan.
That is the plan.
Yeah. No, I emptied as much as my savings, emergency funds, and bought as many dips as I could. So I'm happy that it's.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, exactly. It does get a little hairy though sometimes when you're seeing
It does.
the blood and
Yeah.
the market's just bleeding.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're, man, like I said, like I've said it lots of times, but I feel like we're seeing a different market and mindset across
Yeah.
the whole, sector. Whereas again, if this was like 2018, the markets probably were already went under. But like since we've been through so much the last few years, we don't even care anymore. It's just
Yep.
the market goes up no matter what.
Exactly. I think people see that every so often, especially when you have COVID. Like you have all of these crazy things that happen, and the market all of a sudden still goes to all-time highs as
Yeah.
people are dying. So
Yeah.
when people see dips these days, they just want to buy the dips. Right?
Yep. No, 100%. I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole mindset nowadays too.
I think so
That's
too.
always been my mindset anyway. It's like if there's a
Yeah.
really big red day, like, that's one of the best days to buy yourself.
Yeah. As long as you're buying stuff that's valuable, you should be
Yeah.
okay.
Obviously. Yeah. You don't want to buy something,
Yeah.
that's a false knife. It's not valuable at all.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the market does into the rest of the year?
Honestly, I feel like the market's going to continue rallying, no matter who wins or who loses in the
Mhm.
election. I think we could see like some dips here and there, but I think overall,
Yeah.
I think as the Fed continues, obviously in September, they're definitely going to start to slash rates.
Yeah.
I think we'll see more and more liquidity in the markets.
Mhm.
Obviously, there could always be something like crazy that happens, but I don't think it really matters who wins the election. I know some people are like, "Oh, the market's going to go up because Trump's going to win." You got other people like, "The market's going to go up because the Harris and them are going to win." I'm like, I don't really care because I don't think the market really cares overall. Like, did they make this? Like, people say this stuff, obviously, yeah, but overall, I don't think it really matters.
No, I don't think it really matters either. If it did, well, I mean, people always say, the market is in the economy, which makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
Because if you look at the way that the economy is now and you compare that to the market as we're hitting all-time highs, this never would have happened, if the
Yeah,
market
for
really
sure.
cared. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the market really cares. I honestly don't think the economy is that bad either, if I had to be honest. I think there's some hiccups in some parts of the economy,
Yeah.
but I also think that's just still adjusting to
Yeah.
the higher interest rates that have kind of pulled certain sectors down
Mhm.
a little bit. But I think once we start slashing those, I think those sectors are going to come right back too.
Mhm.
So that's the way I look at it when it comes to the economy side of things. I don't think it's terrible. Again, there's still tons and tons of jobs out there.
Yeah.
We see obviously even right now, even just today we've seen where jobless claims have already went down even more.
Yeah.
So again, I know that doesn't count like people that have just gave up, but again, I think it's just so many jobs out there. It's just like hard for me to reckon that somebody couldn't find a job. I see signs everywhere, at least here in Tampa. Like
Mhm.
there's stuff everywhere about jobs. You go online, like to any of the job boards, there's tons of jobs there. There's obviously some companies out there that are kind of, shitters who just like sit there and taking tons of applications and do
Mhm.
that like unicorn harvesting shit. Like that's going to happen no matter what. But I feel like right now, I feel like the market's primed and ready for another takeoff to more all-time highs. That's the way I look at it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm definitely optimistic of where we're going to go in the next, couple years.
Mhm. The only thing that's maybe concerning for me is if you go back in time and you look at every time the Fed has cut rates,
Mm-hmm.
every time the Fed pivots, it kind of points to that, or the Fed thinks that the economy is kind of weak.
Yeah,
And
no, I
go
get
back
that
to
too.
like 2018, 2000.
Yeah, that's the past. I feel like again, that's kind of the past. I don't want to look at
Yeah.
the past now because it's so much of a different market
Yeah.
that I don't really want to look at the past as like indicators anymore because I've seen so many indicators and they didn't come true. It's like, oh, this
Yeah.
indicator is happening, the market's going to crash, and it doesn't happen. I just feel like we're in a different time, and I think right now we're slashing rates for a soft landing. It's not more of like a slashing rates because the economy's failing kind of slash rates.
Mhm.
I think right now it's trying to hit the soft landing. I think it's going to be more of a little bit bumpier ride, obviously, than a soft landing. But I think it's not going to be something where, we've held rates went up to like, say they had them up to like 8% and held them for another year or something like that, right? I think we're at a good point for them. I think they already started slashing rates myself, like I've said before.
Yep.
I think May would have been a great time to start slashing rates, but hey, that's just me. Maybe in April or something like that. But again, I think they should already started slashing, but now is better than never. I still think we're a strong enough market that I don't think it really matters so much on that end.
Yeah. I think in the long run, as long as you're buying value and we have these crazy drops anyways, honestly, these are just good discounts.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. There's so many good companies out there.
Yep.
With low PE levels that are I'm looking at them as like, like it's crazy that's that low. It's like, even like Google,
Yeah.
right? Like it's trading at like a 20 PE. Like it's just like when I look at them, like I think it might be probably like 22 now or something like that. But still, when I'm looking at it in terms of like, but again, I know they're like an old dinosaur, so there's, you know, the innovation there. I get that, so I get why people are hesitant.
Mhm.
But there's still some good buys out there with some of the bigger companies.
Yep, exactly. No, it is impressive to
Hey,
see.
Blaze, when are you gonna start streaming on Stonks? We gotta get you.
Yeah, I think soon. I think
Yeah.
he's going to soon, aren't you? I was seeing Rob too in the.
Yeah, Rob was asking. So whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah, we're ready now. So that's the reason why I was talking to Rob already too about
Okay.
it. So
Okay.
I know he said I know you were already live streaming, but we literally like yesterday was like the first day like people could actually go live.
Okay.
So that you guys can now start going live and things like that too, which is awesome.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys can start taking some of those benefits. Again, we are obviously like super early right here, but over the next couple of weeks, you'll see more and more features get rolled out.
Okay.
Like we just rolled out where people can rate each other now. That was the thing we were on today. But you know, eventually we'll have like sub. You know, all those things will be there too for you guys. And like anything else you guys want or need or have troubles, just get to me and I can talk to dev team and we can get things started on that end too. So right now this is an exciting time for you guys.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah,
Good,
for sure.
good. Yeah.
You guys want to hear something funny? What happens when you're in a small room like I am right now and you have two dogs in the room and they decide to fart?
Oh, no, just
there's no ventilation. There's like
I think my little one's like over here.
Oh man.
She's doing her own thing.
Oh yep. We have Robert here.
Yep, Robert joined too. You want to? I can let him in if you want me to. Awesome.
Who's this guy?
How you doing, Rob?
Good, and you?
Awesome. I'm doing good. Just having a great day
It's
in this
looking
great
good.
market.
The UI. Yeah. The market's been wow.
Yeah, it's been crazy.
It's been great.
It's been good though. How are you liking the new UI, by the way, too, Blaze and Rob? How are you guys liking that?
I was just gonna say that. I like it. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It's actually what I kind of like what I had envisioned, right? Having the tickers and stuff. I mean, better than what I was thinking, So I like it.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, honestly.
To, start something.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like I said,
just
I think
wasn't
it's
sure.
great.
We were confused a bit. we were like, when does this start? I wasn't sure exactly.
Yeah, no, yeah.
We were gonna,
like literally, like pretty much yesterday, we had our first we said obviously it was live or whatever. So we let obviously a couple people started streaming on the platform today. We've had more and more people. So I think obviously again, you guys can start restreaming straight to it as whenever you guys want to. You'll have it in your dashboard. If you go to your dashboards, you'll see everything there. That way you guys can start streaming on here too. Like we said before, like you said with the tickers, like those things fill up. But once like people start streaming, like obviously those kind of move over, and you see the people streaming as well. So we're going to be rolling out a lot of things over the next couple of weeks that you guys will be, oh, this is new. So as you guys are using the platform, and like I was telling Blaze, if you guys have any issues or any problems, just let us know and we can, work to get those fixed pretty quick.
Okay.
So it's cool because you're using StreamYard and that's what we use. So basically we just connect StreamYard right through the.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep. StreamYard. Yeah. We try to make this as like simple as possible because obviously a lot of people use different ones, obviously on that end, like whether it's OBS or whether it's like Restream or StreamYards or Streamlabs. So there's a lot of them, as you know. I know a lot of people in this space though use StreamYards a lot.
Yeah, StreamYard is great. Just plug it into as a destination on StreamYard.
It's
Takes
super
2 seconds
simple,
and you're off to the races.
Yep. Simple to connect. But like I said, if you have
actually
any
live
issues,
streaming to quite a few locations. Yeah, we're streaming to Stonks, but we're also streaming to Twitter. We're streaming to YouTube. We're streaming, a whole bunch of channels. I think there's like 7 or 8 channels we're
Oh wow, okay.
streaming to at the same time.
Okay. Rob is happy today because he bought some Tesla and Tesla has been cooking today. So.
Oh yeah. Good thing you didn't buy yesterday then.
No, I've been
they
in
were
it for
down
a while.
yesterday.
I was. Yeah, no, I've been down. I'm actually now. I had DC. I just been DCAing and for a longer term, but I was actually one of the I'm waiting for these cuts to happen, see what happens if I'm going to get out of everything and just stay cash, and then get in when everything dips or whatever. But right now, we're just gonna probably likely go to all-time highs again till the cut, just because it seems that the economy's strong, so
Oh, it's super
they
strong.
don't have to cut as bad as they think. As people are saying. At least that's what analysts are saying, and Bloomberg was saying that as well.
No, I agree. Like I said, when I'm looking, we were just actually talking about the economy too with Blaze. I think the economy is like super strong. I think a lot of stuff is like over exaggerated just to get views on certain news channels, which is fine. I get it. It's election year. But I think overall the economy is super strong. I honestly don't see any, again, there's some areas of the economy that's done worse than others, but I think overall the economy is doing great. Once they start slashing rates, I think the areas that have had hiccups, I think they're going to start roaring back too. So yeah, I look at it that way too, honestly.
Yeah.
I think Rob got bopped. No, Rob.
Yeah. Maybe his connection.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yo, Victor, yeah, we're looking forward to seeing your streams too, my man. Looking forward to seeing your streams too. I can't wait for the whole site to just be filled with, content creators doing their thing. It's going to be awesome, honestly. I think this space is like primed and ready to have like, content creators in like one central area with, a site that's just based on, obviously the markets and equities overall. So I'm just super excited to have that, like, that dream going.
What, while we're on that topic, what should a site like that have? Blaze and Robert, Jason just mentioned, having a site where like it's finance and stocks all in one place with content creators. What would you love to see?
I really need to spend more time
I'm not
on
sure
that.
it's me. I have it's right over here, and it's so.
I think your connection is rubbish, Rob.
I know it. It's on my charts and stuff. Let me close my charts and all that. It's on my trading software. It's like every time
bogging it down.
Yeah.
That'll definitely happen. That's for sure. The AOL dial-up. Yes, I remember those days though. Whew, those were rough days, man. Those were rough. The 56 KBs.
Yeah. No, Rob and I were looking at your site, and we really like how interactive it is. Because I think OBS is way too complicated.
It is definitely complicated.
Like it is. I just don't know. Like that's why I switched over to StreamYard. But like your site is a bit different in the sense that it's not just like a general like streaming site. It's like specific to stonks. So then you have like earnings and this and that. So like it's really easy to have everything they need on one site.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Right. So the more we play with it, the more stuff we're gonna find. Obviously, that we could, yeah.
No, 100%. I agree with that too. So, like I said, obviously the site we see right now is super alpha mode. So you guys will see it change too, and you guys will help us navigate what you're seeing viewers want, what you guys need to make your lives easier too as content creators. So, like I said, I can't wait to just I can't wait to even see the site in January, February this coming year, much less another year from now. So it's gonna be I guess that in like popping, as the young bucks say.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be great. I think there's going to be lots of features that a lot of people will be able to take in with charting systems that we can obviously, eventually have on here as well. With the widget systems, as we grow that side of things, we got a whole list of stuff that the dev team's already working on. They're probably like, shut up. Don't give them any good ideas. So like I said, we're excited because this is super, super early days. So, what people see right now is, this is just the start. And, 6 months from now, it's going to be different. A year from then, it's going to be different. So they'll see a lot more things that people can use. Integration with news like Benzinga. So there's going to be definitely some things we'll be working with to have news and stuff on the platform. Because I know I see this a lot, obviously in the chat.
Jason, sorry to interrupt you, but we have 1 minute left.
Oh, yeah, 1 minute left. Jeez, everything went by so quick. Everybody, get your predictions in. Dang, that's how fast time goes by when you're having fun. See, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, what we want to do is we want Hot Trades has been growing, and now like we were always focused. Blazers always focus on momentum stocks. When I come in, I'm more focused on futures. So I think I
Mhm.
told you that, Jason. So now
Yeah.
we want to create like a spin-off,
Yeah, I agree with that too.
like a second channel almost,
Yep.
where I'm going to be able to stream and focus on my futures people, and not
Yep.
kind of like, because sometimes they feel left out and then the others feel left out. So we're kind of like just trying to do both things now, since we're getting a
Yeah.
bit more. So I think this platform is going to help a lot, especially
No, I agree with that too. Yeah.
I can start, since I'm going to be starting. I haven't started streaming yet, so if I could start here, then it will be great, because
Yeah. Like you're starting from a ground floor. It gives you like a good base level. Like you guys have already built, something big over on YouTube already. You and Blaze have. So in other places too, not just YouTube, but so you guys have already built something big over there. Like you're doing a spin-off for futures by itself. There's so many people out there that are looking for futures content. I think it's honestly smart. I think futures have been growing quite a bit in terms of like people looking for that kind of content. So I think it's smart for you guys to, again, like you have your own channel, Rob, that's just built only for the futures content that you guys want to build. Like I told you before, I think it's super, super smart to do that because I know, again, you guys have already built something big on other platforms. So why not, again, grow something from the ground floor here on the futures side of things?
Yeah.
Okay, closed. The market closed.
Yep.
Mhm.
Now we'll see
Ding, ding, ding.
in about 30 minutes. Well,
So what,
like 29 minutes.
What were everyone's predictions? Just curious.
So
I was at. I'm usually wrong, but I was at 220.
you went 220.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I went with the good old 218.99. But I did go with I had a couple of them obviously, so I had a top one at 225 too.
Yeah, I did
That's
a
awesome.
bunch. I honestly don't have a strong opinion on like, I'm
I
just
didn't
being
know you could do
honest.
it twice. I only did one.
Yeah, you can do it as many times as you want as long as you have the tickets for it, obviously. And I'm sure, like with you guys, like using your code, make sure you guys will have a ton of tickets eventually, anyway. So eventually you have like a ton of tickets. You can just use as much as you want. But I know we had people like organically had tons of tickets already just from sharing the code.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, that way you can get people over here. Obviously, like when you
Yeah.
off your other things, just use your your guys' codes for your streams, and then post those in like your YouTube chats or whatever, and have people come over. At the end of the day, I mean, who doesn't want to win some free money? Like,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, we're trying to entertain also on top of people learning different different areas. So it's more about the entertainment side for us too. That way, people continue to come back and have a fun time. Which is obviously why we're giving you guys your own like little budgets and all those cool things that's going to be coming. So yeah, I think there's a lot of cool stuff we're going to be able to do. And like I said, you have your own codes to share.
What would you? So we're working on merch right now.
Yes,
and I'd love some ideas on what you would like for Stonks merch.
Yeah.
So some ideas are we have jackets.
Okay.
But like what type of jackets? Because generally, I think my issue with merch always is it's usually low quality and nobody really wants to wear it. So our approach we're trying to do on merch is to do less but keep it really high quality. Okay, slippers. Yeah. Okay.
Slips. Yeah, slippers would be good too. I said slippers. I said like I was saying like some pull-up sweat jeans or whatever you want to call them. Like zip down jackets, because again, like a hoodie's kind of like you can't like open it up to like if you get hot. So I feel like zip downs are like a bunch of people wear the zip downs. I love zip downs myself. I was thinking obviously like hats, stuff like that people would really wear. That's a good quality though, for sure. For you guys to be able to wear on stream and those kind of things too. Like this is for you guys as content creators. So
very cool. Yeah,
that's cool. I like that. I'm thinking about that jackets.
Yeah.
You know that my prediction was 209.60.
260. Dang. I mean,
no, 209.60.
Oh, 209.60. Got it. Okay. I thought you said 260. I was like, woo.
And
I wish it was 260 because I have stock. So like, I love Applied Materials.
Yeah.
So
we're
without
almost
them,
there. 209.70. That's the funny thing. Wow. Okay. So the jackets, I like the jackets. Yeah, the jackets would be cool.
Yeah.
Hoodie, I always like hoodies. Now it's gonna start getting colder, and the winter's coming, at least in the States. So
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I said, I mean, you can pretty much wear like zip ups like anywhere across the country. I feel like,
Yeah.
even if it's like even if you're down here in like South Florida like me, right? So when it's like obviously during like January, February when it's like in the 60s, like it's great just to have a zip up on. So
So when you're streaming to multiple platforms, is there a way to bring all the comments in, let's say, StreamYard?
yeah, so we're working on that right now.
Okay.
Right now, you can do the pop out chats. We got the pop out chats working. We're working right now to be able to have it on multiple vendors. That way, you guys can have the chats all in one system.
Okay.
Because I think that's the easiest way too. It just like I'm sure you already use those kind of platforms already. So that way, you guys know which is this chatter coming from Kick or is this chatter coming from wherever it may be. Here as well in stocks, but yeah, we're working on that right now.
Well, so yes and no. The more nuanced answer is on OBS you can, right? So if you're using Streamlabs or OBS, you can. We actually just released this yesterday, where you can pop out chat and just embed it. With StreamYard has their own system, right, which is their comment system, which is sort of what you see here, where I can click to show a comment. This would have to go through StreamYard themselves, because StreamYards would need to do the integration on their end. It's not something we can do.
Yeah.
And if you want to ping StreamYard and
say,
maybe
it's more about like us getting in contact with the right people. That way we can obviously get comments on there, just like you do, like YouTube and other platforms. I think that's the biggest thing right now for us, at least.
If not, can we always talk to you guys to see how to implement something maybe a little easier, and then would somebody help us out? Like, do you have just give us ideas, kind of like what Marty said, like, okay, if you have you OBS and do this and do that.
Yeah. We can do the pop out chats always, right? So you can always have pop out chat. That's like obviously like one way, but again, that's not integrating it into something like StreamYards. It's more about us getting in front of the right people. That way we can get on those platforms since we're new. So obviously I think that's probably the biggest thing when it comes to any platform that's new. Is like getting in front of the right people to get our stuff on their platform.
But if you want to use OBS, we can help you get it going on OBS. That'll take 2 minutes. That's easy.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I'm just that's kind of like what I meant. So Blaze.
Yeah.
Maybe with Blaze, I can help him out with that. Then he doesn't like complicated things, but like to complicate things, I mean, but if we have to do it, it wouldn't be that bad, I guess. Unless I just start with the future side of things, Blaze, with the.
Exactly.
But I would still want to do it on both, just.
No, for sure. Yeah, we'll work something out to get it working. Yeah, 100%.
OBS running and all that. Okay.
We agree.
Yes. Are you guys more so just long-term investors, or do you guys play with any momentum stuff?
So I like to play with the momentum stuff sometimes. I'm definitely way more in long-term investing though. But I do like to have like 10 to 15% in play for funds myself. Definitely momentum plays, or if there's a good runner stock of the day or whatever it may be, jumping on the bandwagon, so to say, and getting out before the bandwagon loses a wheel. But yeah, like I said, it's definitely a little bit harder when you're obviously it's easier for like somebody like you who's just like always like on the market 24/7. Whereas obviously, we don't have enough time to like sit there and do it as much. But it is fun to do it every once in a while, though, for sure. I know you do it every day, though. You're always chasing.
Always chasing something. Yep.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
When I always see your content, you always got the runners of the day going on.
Yeah. No, that's usually what we do all day.
I mean, it's fun and exciting too, right? When you're seeing, especially as like a viewer, and you're seeing somebody else lose their money or make more of their money, like it's fun either way it goes.
Yep.
It's either somebody's praying for the downfall over here of the day, or somebody's hoping for the uphill. So but yeah, I think it's good content always.
Yeah.
People like taking that in.
Yeah, that's kind of what like I mean, we like Rob, Rob and I, like I do the momentum stuff, Rob does the futures. We talk about large caps mostly in just Discord.
Yeah.
But our goal usually is, just technical education, just like psychology, technicals, like just as much as we have fun with this stuff, we don't believe in like the diamond hands and like, just like a few
The
months, like,
diamond
hey,
hands, baby.
like,
Yeah, just
literally-
keep waiting. You're gonna win.
exactly.
Do we know what's happened with Roaring Kitty? I know we have a Roaring Puppy in chat here, but what's happened with Roaring Kitty?
Yeah, honestly want to know that too. Like, what happened to that?
Yeah, like I want to see his portfolio again. Like, what happened to those call options? He had the $200 million worth of call options.
Yeah, like he had like a bill there for a minute before it all collapsed.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think that guy had an agenda or something, He just disappeared as soon as he came on stream. So
I mean,
Yeah,
dude, we
Yeah.
need to get Roaring Kitty to stream here on Stonks.
Yep.
yeah, literally.
Yes. Okay,
Just went out of
Jason,
nowhere.
make it happen.
Gone. I'll reach out and see if we can do something for sure. I don't know if he has. Well, I don't know if he would have. I'm guessing he would, but I'm not 100% sure if he has like some agency that's behind him now. I don't know. Was that him on Facebook that was doing like ads about selling like a course?
Really?
Did you guys see something about that? Like somebody was selling. I don't know if it was him or if it was somebody selling in his name. But somebody had like a course going live for Roaring Kitty.
Oh, interesting. No, I haven't seen
Yeah,
that.
I'll have to pull it back up. I'll have to find it again. But yeah, I thought it was kind of. I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
See if I can find it.
Yeah, I think we should set like some milestones as a company. Get Roaring Kitty to stream on Stonks, and then get Elon Musk to host Tesla earnings calls. Those two should be like,
Yep.
thresholds.
Yeah.
One day that's gonna happen. One day.
You will
It
definitely.
definitely could.
I mean, we're all Elon fans here, right? Like, we're all worshiping Elon here, anyway. So
Yeah.
I mean, I do like the cars, so I can't disagree on that end.
dude, the new self-driving, they just released another version
Mhm.
days ago. Like, it is so good. Like, I literally I will drive my Tesla over my 911 Porsche because I don't have to drive the car. Like, it drives
Yep.
itself. It is.
Does its thing.
And
Hey, Murthy, you have hardware for?
yeah, I have hardware for.
Okay, yeah, you got the latest model.
It's really good.
Mhm.
I mean, not having to drive is a luxury.
Right now, my brother's doing it. He's trying to work out a deal because I think what they're doing similar to what these companies did with solar panels. The incentive, the tax credit.
Yeah.
So now I think Tesla can stay with the tax credit and give you that as a discount. That's what I
Yeah,
heard.
so they do have the tax credits now. Obviously, like those would go away 100% though. If one party wins over another party, like those things are toast. No more incentives for sure. But for now, you could definitely
amazing.
take advantage of some credits.
On a related note, are we going to do car streams and watch streams and real estate streams on Stonks also someday?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have everything on here for sure when it comes
We need
to
some Patek Philippe streams here. We need some 911 Porsche. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are investments too,
No, 100%. Like I said, I know a couple content creators that literally, buy cars and then fix them up and then resell them. They do some live streams on YouTube too. I should have reached out to those guys, but they're big. Like they're big. They do. Honestly, that side of the market pulls in so many viewers too. Because like I said, there's, when it comes to finance related type of content, like anything that does like with money wise, like there's so many content creators that have massive audiences in different areas that you don't really think of a lot.
Earnings should be coming in soon. We're at the 14-minute.
Yeah, it should be at 4:15, I think, unless they already got leaked. But I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really seen any movement on the stock, honestly. So we had a pretty good, decent pop on the day from like 202 up. So it was up like 5%, up $10.
It's 210, 211 now. I mean, it's been since 4. It's been volatile after the market closed.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they dropped it right when market closed.
Oh, did
yeah.
they drop it already?
Yeah,
Yeah, it dropped
dropped.
to 206.86, and then it popped all the way up to 215, and now it's in the middle somewhere.
It's in
Oh, yeah.
Lulu land.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have one of those where it just doesn't move after market? Really, it just kind of stay. Well, it
Limp.
moved, but
Limp.
it went back. Yeah, it did move on the downside, then came way up to like 215, and then came right back down to limp mode.
Yeah, mean dude. You know, the earnings we get our earnings calendar from Benzinga, and so if there's an error, it's in the API that Benzinga sent us.
Yeah, so
So
scream
I
at
would
Benzinga.
direct the hate towards Benzinga.
Yeah, this is Benzinga's fault, not ours.
Yeah, and we pay a lot of money for that API, amongst other
Yeah.
APIs. So none of the stuff comes free.
Nope.
Yeah,
It is
Correct.
ridiculous how expensive these APIs are. I mean, it is just mind blowing. But it is what it is. Everything in
Yeah.
finance is.
Yeah, if you say
Yeah.
everything in finance has a premium on it.
You know,
Yeah.
to-
Is quarter part of Benzinga?
you know no, Quarter is different. Quarter is a separate company that we also
Yeah.
pay a lot of money for. You know, it's like I don't think we're ever going to get earnings 100% right, and I don't think anyone else will either, right? So knowing there'll always be like 1 or 2% error rate, I think, in any API that we get, whether it's Benzinga or Quarter or the 5 other companies we use for different APIs, just because we're dealing with tens of thousands of public companies here.
Yeah,
And
there's a lot
it's
of them.
just-
There's a lot of public companies.
Yeah, it's just the nature of it. Like you'll also notice, like sometimes there's like logos we get logos via different API, and
Yep.
so there will be errors. I wish that wasn't the case, but there will be errors.
Hopefully, they're just not super bad errors. That's all we can hope for at the end of the day. But yeah, I think overall though, I think the system like we have right now is like 99.9% great. And again, this is so early days for us anyway. There's definitely going to be a couple of things here and there that are bad, but at the end of the day, like it's an API, so we can't really control anything outside of that. All we can control is obviously giving you guys the data that the API is giving us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, TraderPad, that's a good idea. Why not scrape and not pay? Unfortunately, when you're a company, you can't just scrape for free.
Yep.
You get sued.
It's kind of illegal. We can't really just scrape. That would be great though if they allowed you just to scrape, but unfortunately we have to pay for those things, and you guys get those for free. So, but yeah, you go.
Sorry, Jason.
I love how opinionated chat is today.
Yeah, yeah.
Pointy.
I think we're going to declare Applied Materials a limp stock here.
It is limp today. Yeah. Well, I guess technically the stock did have a good run up today, but still, like it literally went from like I guess it dropped and went down to 206 and then popped back up to 215. And now it's just limp, not even moving. It's like right at under a percentage point on the downside. It's like, come on, you could have had something. I mean, I'd much rather the up move up to 215 than downwards. But hey,
You guys want to go over the results? Oh, sorry.
yeah,
Rob, go ahead.
if you Murdy, if you want to pull up your
Sure. Yeah.
you have a lot better one to pull up from than I do.
Sure. Pulling it up now.
Oh, here, I just pulled it up, a PDF. But
Okay, that works too then.
yeah, Murthy, you want to do yours or you want to do this?
I just know Murdy's is like a lot more like in depth usually.
Sure, let's do that. I have the pleb version.
Yeah, I had that version too. I was like, well, Murdy's is probably going to look better. Yeah, it's just a lot easier to read too. Up 5% year over year. Okay. GAAP margin 8.7%, a non-GAAP operating 28.8%. 5% year-over-year respectively. Nothing crazy there.
You would think the revenue would go up more than 5% given the AI boom we just experienced.
Yeah, I was honestly, what I had predicted anyway was anywhere between 8 to 10%. So it's not like super far off, but
It's dropping now.
third ended. Let's see. I wonder what their future estimates are going to be now too.
Yeah, that's going to be the key then, the guidance, before.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. The guidance would be the bigger key here, I'm guessing. I mean, again, I still think they're one of those stocks and one of those companies out there. They're like, again, I think it's way up there, at least for me, at least in terms of future things when it comes to anything and all things chips and chipsets and TVs, and they make all those things. So
Okay, so they're up 5% year on year.
Yeah, I mean, it's no wonder. I mean, they're trading at 20 something P. I mean, it's basically no growth company here.
yeah, for a while there, they were like crazy growth. They definitely slowed down a lot. Let's see.
Who do they supply to? Do you guys know? Who are like some of the more well-known customers, like flat panel TVs, chipsets, Samsung, Sony?
Hang on a second. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, so here's their sort of financial 3 months and 9 months. I don't know. I mean, it's a profitable, stable company. That's sort of my read of the situation, with not much else happening despite the AI boom we're in. Or is this the sign the boom is over?
I mean, I honestly don't think so, but I mean, it could. I honestly don't think the boom's all the way over here. But at the end of the day, like I said, so Applied Materials. I don't know exactly which companies they supply to, but obviously the companies they do supply to, like are obviously one solar companies, two like TVs, LCDs, OLEDs, obviously chipset makers. They're the fabricators on that end as well. So I don't know, man. When I think about the company, at least for me, when I'm thinking about it, obviously I know they're not like at a crazy boom. I just don't. When I think about the company, at least on my end, I'm thinking like without them, like, and they're like I think they're are the biggest one out there that I think of. It could be others, obviously, but when I think about it, at least when I look at it, I just don't see that side innovating as much without them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's see, because I know that obviously they have display revenues. Then they obviously have their service revenues. Then they have their chipset revenues.
Oh, Victor's here.
Oh,
I have I created a little chat GPT those GPTs now that you can do, and I created one based on like on the market, and I asked it who does Applied Materials supply to. It says semiconductor manufacturers like Intel, Taiwan, TSMC.
Yeah, I know Taiwan was one of them. But
display manufacturers, they have Samsung, LG displays. Also in the solar industry, advanced packaging and memory. Yeah, they touch a lot of different areas of different industries.
Got it. So it's not really an AI boom stock. It's more a play on the sort of tech sector in general.
Yeah, Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
If you think we're going to be making more displays and more chips in the next 10 years, then you buy the stock, and it's a relatively
That's where
stable,
I'm at with it.
profitable
To me, it's
company.
one of those stocks I'm buying and holding. I don't really care like short term. Like I think it's going to go up long term. If that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's
That's the reason
considered.
why I like this stock, and it's done me well for the last few years, so I can't complain.
Yeah, it's saying here it's considered an emerging technology company.
Yeah,
Increasingly involved in providing solutions for emerging technologies such as AI and also machine learning, quantum computing. So yeah, I guess
they're
it's gonna
using-
be focused on the deals they make. That's gonna be the catalysts, I guess.
So they're using all the buzzwords, but really the reality is it's more going towards displays and more like everyday things that are really not going anywhere. And we will keep making more computer displays and flat screen TVs.
I feel like with the chipset side of things, I think that's their best thing. And honestly, when it comes to that side, like obviously TVs are going to be a thing that's going to be around for a long time. Like no matter what happens to that, quantum computing, like obviously they could see some something bigger from that eventually. Again, to me, it's like one of those future plays though that I'm just going to hold on to.
Okay.
It's also a different play from like obviously my chipsets that I already like a lot already, like TSMC and others. Intel again is a dying dinosaur. I don't really care too much about Intel, but like AMD maybe on that end. But
the question I'd have is, I know Intel is building their foundries, one in Phoenix and then the other one in Ohio. And I think TSM is also going to build an onshore foundry.
Mm-hmm.
So who's winning that business, Applied Materials or ASML?
I mean,
they're huge. They're like when you buy one of these.
I agree. I mean, if I had to say, like, obviously, again, I'm going to be more biased because I have shares in Applied Materials, but again, I feel like they're the biggest one. I feel like they're the ones that people look at to do business with. So I'm going to go with Applied Materials no matter what on that end. But hey, I could be wrong, obviously. Again, this could be one of those stocks that, like, 5 years from now, I'm like, why did I buy that? It could be, like I said. But again, like I said, to me, it's more about like, where do these other companies go to if Applied Materials weren't there, right? Like there's other companies, 100%, but in terms of like them being able to keep up with the supply and demand, I feel like Applied Materials is like probably one of the only ones out there.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they are growing at like 5 or 10%.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at like the long-term chart, you're most likely okay too.
I was just looking at that right now. Yeah, they've been on a nice uptrend. I mean, it retraced kind of like with the market, right? So
it did back then, but I don't want to look at 2020 when everything was skyrocketing.
No, exactly.
It was everything. I just kind of like blinked that out of the picture these days.
Yep. I mean, if you look at the charts, I pulled up my chart, Jason, on the site there. But I mean, it looks like, I mean, going into earnings, you can see already that like it's at a pretty key level, right? Yep. So usually when you're running like this, I mean, like this thing was running for the last few days already.
Oh, it was running like crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like even today, it had like a run up, right? It went up another $10 a day. So that's the reason why, like, I was skeptical, like how much the stock would pop after market since we already had so much run up. But I was like, okay, maybe you never know, right? Maybe they knock it out of the park with their earnings.
Yeah,
they come in pretty much in line. So it's had such a run up. I feel like the drop was probably like necessary there.
Yeah, exactly.
But you never know.
Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of how like when I like earnings are so much of a gamble. Honestly, you can beat and like still go down or miss and still go up based on like guidance.
No, 100%.
Like, usually I just kind of pay attention to the technicals and like if a stock has been running for multiple days, then they really need to crush it at that point to keep pumping. So
yeah, no, 100%. I agree with that. Like I said, I'm okay with it going down. Like it's fine.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's not like you're down. Like, I mean, it's not.
Like I said, I'm not down anyway. I've been buying into the stock since like 2022. So
yeah, exactly.
I'm not down on it, but again, I just like the stock as like a good smart play that's outside the normal, AI, thing here going on. That's something that actually applies, chipsets and chip fabrication and all that stuff.
Yeah,
that's the reason why I invest in it. 100%.
Yeah, they're solid and they're touching different industries, which is good too. That they're not in, if one sector doesn't do too good, another sector can do good, and it'll keep them. So.
Yeah, no, 100%. Agreed on that end. Because again, even on the solar sector, I think solar, obviously has, ways to go up. And I think as they grow with that, I think obviously something like Applied Materials will definitely get, benefits from that as well. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Like I said, I just know a lot of stocks that I have some money in, like Applied Materials is one of their, suppliers. So it's like, hey, I'm, getting, on both ends at least when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm. This would have been a really good dip buy after hours, actually.
Yeah, because it went down to like a 206 there.
Yeah, based
went down
on
really quick.
Zone.
It popped back up, but we'll see obviously tomorrow where it goes to when there's more, obviously liquidity moving around.
Yeah.
You guys want to try listening to their earnings calls? I think it's going to start soon in a few minutes here.
Yeah, we can pull it up and try. Yeah. I mean, it's probably going to be the usual, but when it comes to the monotonous. But I'm definitely down to obviously show off the feature.
Yeah, and we can maybe react to it if they're use too many buzzwords. We can call them out on their.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they're going to use buzzwords. This is we might as well get used to that one. Like everybody's using buzzwords.
BS meter.
Yeah. I love corporate calls. There's so many buzzwords in there. It's ridiculous.
Oh, jeez.
And you got to count how many times they use the AI term.
Oh, yeah. That's big right now.
You should have it over under 50. Is it going to be over 50 or under 50?
Totally. I feel like sometimes the strength of the business is inversely correlated with how many times they say AI on the earnings calls.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I 100% agree with that one.
We have winners, guys.
Winners?
We have winners.
Ooh, let's go.
$1,000 today. Price pool.
What was your guess again, Rob?
209.60 was it?
Winners.
Those.
All right, let's see. First place, come on.
While you do that, yesterday I think I guessed at the dollar. Forgot the price exactly, but I was hoping that it would stick to that price for the last 5 minutes. Then it moved, and I came in 50th.
Yeah, that's how it usually goes. Don't worry, that happens to me too. Almost every day at this point.
Jason, you want to share your screen and announce the winners?
Oh yeah, I can do that real quick. Yes. All right, sweet. All right, everybody. Let me refresh. It's been.
Actually, the query seems to be stuck at 151. Eddie or Oliver, if you guys are watching,
Oliver, we need you.
We have a bug.
Yeah. No first place today, losers.
We all got 110.
This happened to me last time. If you just close the model, open it up again, it fixed it for me last time. Wonder if that's going to do it again.
I got an email stating that I got.
That's the reason why I refreshed everything too, just to see. But
just refresh the stocks page, maybe.
Yeah, I did. It's just still stuck at 151 on my end. Does anybody else get it past 151?
No, I'm stuck on the same.
Okay,
I think it's a bug.
So it's not just me then. You said looking at it. All right, guys, it'll be fixed in a minute. It's okay. We got this. Don't worry. The query got stuck. It happens. This is why I said, everybody, you guys are beta testers. We're paying you guys to be beta testers at this point. There's going to be some hiccups, but don't worry. They shall be fixed. see. $1.10. Let's go. Let's go. Right.
In the meantime, I think maybe emails will tell you if you won. If you really want.
Oh yeah, you should have got an email too.
Yeah.
It's true. If you got an email, it will tell you if you won or not, guys. So somebody in the chat knows they won right now.
I got the email. Yeah.
Nice. How much did it say you win?
$1.10.
Okay. $1.10. $1. I will take $1 all day over no dollars. You won $3.30, Mullet. Let's go. So you bug fixing, but it'll take a few minutes. All right, you're good, Olive. Very good. We got time to waste here, okay? Don't you tempt us with a good time wasting party. Somebody in the chat knows they win like at least $100. Check your emails. Go. You're off by 50 cents. I mean, it's better than some of these deltas right here. So it means you're up above 150, 151 then.
Mm-hmm.
You got $1.10 too, Will. Nice. Hopefully you won $1.10 multiple times by entering in multiple times.
Oh, okay. See, I get that now. Okay, yeah. All right, that's good. That's what the tickets.
Yeah, that's what the tickets are for. So obviously, how many tickets you have can say like obviously how many times you can enter in. You can enter as much as you want, or you can be tactical about it and like only use certain amount of tickets a day. Or if you have like 50 tickets, you can use them all in one game if you wanted to. And like I said, every time, like the easiest way to get tickets like that way is just sharing your referral code link by just going over there and then hitting your referral link and then copying and pasting it.
Okay.
And every time somebody signs up, like you get 5 extra tickets pretty much every time, unlimited. You can see your balance change too. I didn't think about that. True.
Yeah, it's at the top. Yeah.
True. Did I break it? Yes, you broke it. It's all your fault. It's all your fault, Darks. You broke it. We only reward the 151st closest. Oh man, good old Sheriff Khan here.
Yeah, I don't see the earnings for Applied Material on our earnings calendar yet. Is that because they haven't started yet, or is there like?
Let's see. Deer Market.
I see it published on their investment.
Yeah, it's published. I just don't know what time their actual call starts. But yeah. Let's see, has anybody else has started? Like Amcor's? I think, yeah, here's Amcor started.
4 p.m. Pacific. Okay, never mind. My bad. I thought it was...
Yeah, that's a little while.
Yeah, clearly I can't read. It actually says... Okay, never mind. Next event, it says Q4 2024, November 14th, 4 a.m.
That's really early. Oh my God.
But I think we're looking at Q3 though. It's not latest earnings Q3 says 1:30 p.m. expected. Yeah, I think we just hasn't started. Yeah, I guess we get 2 different times, right? We get when the earnings are dropping.
Yeah. This morning.
1:30 on my side, 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern.
Yeah, Oliver, that's what the calendar says, 1:30 Pacific. Now that might be the time the earnings are releasing rather than when the call is, but the calendar.
Yeah, I don't know exactly which time the call starts though.
It's going on. I just turned it on.
Oh, right now it's on? Come on.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, but it's not. All right.
Or do you have it on ours, or did you pull it up on their site?
on their investor page.
Hey, we're troubleshooting live here, guys, on all the things. These are good things to get all figured out early, though, I guess.
That's why we do it.
Yeah, and like Amcor's is live right now on the site. So I'm confused why Applied Materials isn't getting pulled up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the API that we are using is not sending us the data. And so I'm pretty sure this is an API issue.
Yeah, no, it has to be because we have some are coming through, obviously, but some aren't. Like, see, like Coherent here is on the site now.
Amcor came out too.
Yeah, Amcor's is live. Like, I hit play on that one, but like I said, outside of that, Applied Materials didn't get pulled up, but it's on their investor site though. I was refreshing to see if it would pop up, but I don't see it yet. So I'm guessing it would definitely be a API thing. Let's see. I'll refresh this and see if it's probably not, but hey, it's worth it. Nope, not yet. Not yet, guys. You guys are still waiting. Anticipation. Calls 4 p.m. Yes. Trust fund, baby. Yep. Tin for rubber ducky.
Okay, here's a feature request I have. I think it would be great to have people from chat join the live stream.
I mean, that could be something.
There are some hilarious people in chat. I would love to get them on. Yeah.
Yeah. Only if you obviously invite them on, then yeah, I think that could be something, especially through, I mean, obviously be kind of easier through something like StreamYards than some other platforms. As long as they have a camera. I guess they don't have to really have a camera. I guess it could be voice only too.
Yeah, no, you would want it voice only because camera, it's too dangerous. I think you could.
People are wild sometimes.
Yeah, you could have things you don't want to be showing, and yeah, but I think audio is fairly safe. So if you just had a link that was anyone could like dial in, just audio only.
Yeah, something like that would be nice. Definitely be a way to get other people interactive in chat.
Yeah,
with the live streams. Let's see. Refresh. No. Did anybody buy Walmart calls today? Oh, Wally World. Seen they had like a decent day today too, didn't they? At one point they're up like what, like I think it was like 8 or 9% at one point.
Did anybody in our options channel play that? Let's see.
They kind of flattened out at the end of the day, obviously, but I know at the start of the day they had a pretty good little run up there.
Ulta was the big stock. Warren Buffett buying Ulta.
Yep. That was actually, honestly, that's not a bad play with Ulta. I can't, when you look at it, you can't like blame him for buying that one. Another one that got whacked over the head today too. I guess they wouldn't get whacked over the head because they weren't down like crazy, but that, really missed on certain ends was good old Alibaba.
High bandwidth memory and other forms of advanced packaging.
Yeah. Here's the earnings calls for Applied Materials.
And in Foundry Logic, leading edge investment is growing each quarter and becoming a larger percentage of our mix, while ICAP's demand remains strong overall. Turning to our Q3 performance, we delivered record revenue of $6.78 billion, which was up 5% year over year, with growth in all three segments. Operationally, we saw improvements in a number of key metrics such as manufacturing cycle times, linearity, and on-time delivery. These improvements give me confidence that we are preparing the company to more efficiently support the growth we are forecasting in the years ahead. The strong operational performance helped us deliver non-GAAP gross margin of 47.4%, which is up 100 basis points year over year. Non-GAAP operating expenses of $1.26 billion were up 8% year over year, and over 70% of the increase was driven by R&D programs aimed at the technology inflections Gary described. Non-GAAP EPS of $2.12 was up 12% year over year and 1 cent below our highest EPS quarter ever. Turning to cash flows and profit distributions in Q3, we generated nearly $2.4 billion in operating cash flow and over $2 billion in free cash flow. We distributed nearly $1.2 billion to shareholders, including the first 40-cent per share dividend and $861 million in stock buybacks. Turning to the segments, semiconductor system sales were $4.92 billion in Q3, up 5% year over year. Segment non-GAAP operating margin was 35%, up 130 basis points year over year. From a device perspective, our DRAM sales grew nearly 50% year over year to $1.16 billion. Our DRAM sales in China declined sequentially as we anticipated, and this contributed to our company revenue in China declining by 11 percentage points sequentially to 32%, which is in line with our longer-term average inclusive of semi-systems, AGS, and display. Our NAND memory sales grew 10% year over year to $203 million. Our foundry logic sales were down 4% year over year to $3.56 billion. Leading edge foundry logic demand was lower year over year, but continued to strengthen on a sequential basis. We continue to expect to generate more than $2.5 billion in system revenue from gate all-around nodes this calendar year, with the potential to more than double next year. Our ICAPS business remains strong overall, with pockets of weakness in the auto and industrial end markets. Longer term, we expect the ICAPS market to remain around half the foundry logic market as major inflections in IoT, autonomous and electric vehicles, and the global energy transformation are expected to drive mid to high single-digit through-cycle growth in ICAPS semiconductors well into the future. We are investing in new products to compete in more areas of the ICAPS semiconductor and packaging ecosystem. We are also working with our customers to enable new power and sensor device architecture inflections using our co-optimized and integrated material systems. Next, Applied Global Services delivered record revenue of $1.58 billion in Q3, which was up 8% year over year. AGS recurring parts, services, and software revenue grew more than twice as fast as overall segment revenue during the quarter. AGS non-GAAP operating margin of 29.6% was up 230 basis points year over year, and non-GAAP operating profit was a record $467 million. From a business perspective, customer factory utilization continued to strengthen during the quarter across memory, foundry logic, and advanced packaging. Our leading indicators of future AGS growth remain positive. Our installed base of systems and chambers increased 7% year over year, and our average revenue per unit increased even more. Our average subscription agreement length increased to 2.8 years, and the renewal rate was above 90%. We continue to expect AGS to grow at a low double-digit rate over the long term. As a reminder, the consistency of our profitable growth in services gives us confidence in our ability to continue to increase our dividend per share. In fact, over the past 10 years, we have increased the dividend per share at a compound annual growth rate of approximately 15%. Moving to display, Q3 revenue of $251 million was up 7% year over year, and segment non-GAAP operating margin was 6.4%. While LCD equipment spending remains low, we are becoming more confident that the OLED technology found in smartphones will be adopted in notebook PCs and tablets, whose larger screen sizes will require a significant increase in capital investments. Applied has built a leadership position in deposition and e-beam metrology technologies for the display industry, and we are well positioned to enable our customers to convert the notebook, PC, and tablet markets to OLED technology over the coming years. Now, I'll share our guidance for Q4. We expect company revenue of $6.93 billion, plus or minus $400 million, and non-GAAP EPS of $2.18, plus or minus 18 cents, both up 3% year over year at the midpoint. Within this outlook, we expect semi-systems revenue of around $5.1 billion, which is up 4% year over year, AGS revenue of about $1.61 billion, which is up 9% year over year, and display revenue of around $200 million. We expect non-GAAP gross margin to be approximately 47.4% and non-GAAP operating expenses to be around $1.275 billion. Finally, we are modeling a tax rate of 12.5%. Thank you. And now, Mike, let's begin the Q&A.
Thanks, Bryce. To help us reach as many people as we can, please ask just one question on today's call. If you have another question, please re-queue, and we'll do our best to come back to you later in the session. Operator, let's please begin.
Certainly. And just as a reminder for everyone, if you do have a question, please press star 11 on your touchtone telephone. To remove yourself from the queue, simply press star 11 again. Our first question comes from the line of CJ Muse from Cantor Fitzgerald. Your question, please.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you for taking the question. I guess for my question, I was hoping you could speak to how your outlook for WFE in the second half of the year and for all of 2025 has evolved over the last 3 months. Obviously, tremendous strength, anything AI related, but elsewhere, kind of seasonal at best. So I guess first part of the question is, can you share with us how you're thinking about your silicon business in the second half of calendar 24 versus the first half? And then, the early signs that you see today and how that informs kind of your view, both positive and negative, into 2025. Thanks so much.
Okay, CJ, thanks for joining the call. I think, what we're seeing in the business today when we look at Q3 and our Q4 outlook, very strong energy around the AI inflections that Gary talked about. So leading edge is accelerating. We highlighted that in the prepared remarks. Our forecast for $2.5 billion of gate-all-around related equipment in this fiscal year, we haven't changed that forecast. That stays the same. And when we think about DRAM and HBM memory, those kind of all go along with this energy we're seeing around the AI inflections and investments in that area. At the same time, our ICAPS business in both Q3 and Q4 remains very strong. We think that's robust. We can dig into that a little bit more during the call. But, if anything, over the last 30 days, you ask us, how we're feeling about the outlook. I would say the ICAPS business continues. It seems like every quarter we sort of raise our expectations with respect to ICAPS. So a lot of energy around leading edge, ICAPS remaining strong, very strong year for DRAM and HBM. Those are kind of the key themes. For 25, we're not giving specific guidance, but we just say we're pretty enthusiastic about gate-all-around and the technologies we've talked about on the leading edge.
Thank you. And our next question comes from the line of Stacy Rasgon from Bernstein Research. Your question, please.
Hi, guys. Thanks for taking my question. I wanted to dig into the China revenues a little bit. So 32% of revenue this quarter. Sounds like a lot of that was DRAM. I guess that's was it all DRAM? And then in the guidance for next quarter, and I guess your expectations going forward from there, do you expect the China mix to be staying around these levels in the low 30, or does it go higher or lower? Is there anything else going on with China that we need to be aware of?
Great. Thanks for joining, Stacy. So, yeah, on the 32%, I'll shift your perspective on that just a little bit. So the 32% is almost no DRAM to China. So you've got it right. Our business mix to China declined to 32%. And if I think back in time, just to remind everybody, if we go just over a year back, it was, like 17% mix to China. We were having supply chain issues, so it was very low at that point. In the last 3 quarters, we bounced up to the mid-40s. Well, we served the DRAM that we could ship, and that's the prior 3 quarters. And we feel this quarter, 32% is probably normal for us, or in the normal range for us. That's across our entire business for shipments to China. And what it really represents is ICAPS. And the ICAPS market, in total has been very robust. We think it'll be a record year in our fiscal year for ICAPS. And China also, we would call it robust. We're adding customers, utilizations are improving. It's a wide variety of products and factories. So, we think that market is robust both in Q3 and in Q4. So that gives you a sense of what's happening for us. And then next quarter, we'll have a small amount of DRAM, but nothing like we've had the prior 3 quarters.
So it's fair to say that you still see the mix in the low 30s next quarter to China?
Yeah, we expect that mix approximately normal, which we call 30 for the next quarter. Yes.
Got it. That's helpful. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. And our next question comes from the line of Srini Pajjuri from Raymond James. Your question, please.
Thank you. Bryce, just to follow up to the previous question on China DRAM, obviously you said it's near zero levels. Can you talk to your visibility as to when, if you're seeing any, hope on the horizon? Do you expect DRAM to come back at some point in China? And then also ICAPS, you said the demand is pretty strong in China. Can you talk to what kind of trends you're seeing outside of China for ICAPS? Thank you.
Yes, thanks, Srini. Thanks for joining. So yeah, the China DRAM in Q3 and Q4 will be at nominal levels. We have speculated you may see new investments in DRAM there. I don't have any comments to make on that specifically for the roadmap, but I would say that DRAM globally is very strong. Should be a very, very strong year for DRAM. Of course, that includes some of that China volume, but we think that goes along with the the mix to HBM and utilizations in DRAM have improved, and there's a lot of energy around the high bandwidth memory for the leading edge systems. And then on the ICAP side, no surprise here for probably anybody. We expect the edge technologies that we describe as ICAPS to grow mid to high single digits over time. And that's driven by the inflections that we talk about, which is, clean energy, renewable power, electrification, those sorts of AI edge sensors, all those sorts of usages. So mid to high single digits is our view long term. And when we look at China for both Q3 and Q4 and the entire ICAPS business, I said before, it's probably going to be a record for us in our fiscal year. And, it's not just China. We've had other regions grow during this quarter.
Got it. Thanks, Bryce.
Thank you. And our next question comes from the line of Vivek Arya from Bank of America Securities. Your question, please.
Thanks for taking my question. I'm curious if we should bake in the impact of any CapEx cuts that were announced recently at Intel. What does that imply for just the overall WFE market for the remainder of the year and into next year? From your comments, it doesn't seem like it's having a big impact. Is the assumption that whatever CapEx is being cut there is being increased somewhere else, or just what are the puts and takes? Because it is a fairly sizable CapEx.
Hey guys, we have winners have been fixed. So if you want to hit that, we have fixed it.
We fixed it. We're all good now, huh? Let's go. They're working. Okay. I'll add this back to stage then. Let's go. Market Boss coming in first place with $125. I think we've seen Toller Parker yesterday too in the top 10. Came in second place with 63. Top coming in third place with 38. Cameron coming in fourth place with $25.50. Baloo coming in fifth place with $18. Raj coming in sixth place with $15.50. Jim Jewell coming in seventh place with $13. Bull Bear in eighth with $10.50. Logan in ninth with $8. And Sahith in 10th place with $5, round out the top 10. And then there's a bunch of winners even below that. Obviously, a ton of winners. But yeah, congrats to anybody who won. Sorry it took a minute there, but we got the bug figured out. So we'll be good to go for tomorrow.
And what are we doing tomorrow? What are we predicting tomorrow?
Tomorrow's crypto day, I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's any stocks tomorrow that are even, obviously even smaller mid that are aftermarket. Every once in a blue moon, we get lucky like that. So tomorrow, I'm guessing, is going to be crypto day. What do you guys want to go with? You guys want to go with? It's usually, obviously, we can go with anything. Honestly, when it comes to
Let's just do Bitcoin. It's the king of crypto. The
okay.
OG of crypto.
Sounds good to me then. All right. Sounds great. Tomorrow is crypto day. We're doing Bitcoin tomorrow. So, hey, be here, be square. I feel like crypto day is like one of the chiller days in terms of you could try to snipe it. But then if you also try to snipe it, then, somebody else could have already put the guess in like you did way earlier before you did. So then you come, lower than they do. So yeah, I think tomorrow Bitcoin's gonna be super fun. Hopefully you guys are here. We'll also talk about market news too. It won't be all crypto, but it'll be a lot of stuff tomorrow. So Fridays are always usually wild.
All right, guys. Thank you, everyone. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining the stream.
Ciao.
Yep.
Thank you, Rob, Victor, Blaze. See you tomorrow.
Yep.
All right.
Bye.